Assalamu alaikum and a very good day to you all. Welcome to our Telikilaas session. So today I am going to take you a mathematics lesson. Our topic for today would be subtraction of 3-digit numbers. So what are we going to learn today? Today we are going to learn to solve simple subtraction sentences. Like I said before, in each lesson it is very important to have a success criteria. So let's read out the success criteria for our lesson today. I will be successful if I can subtract 3-digit number from 3-digit numbers. So in our lesson today, we are going to look into various methods into how we can solve 3-digit subtraction numbers. So let's start. So first of all, I am going to introduce you this. This is a very useful thing when solving subtraction questions. Now, can you guess what this is? This is an abacus, and we use abacus to solve subtraction questions. So, how many of you know how to use this in solving questions? Great. Well, if you already know, you can listen and learn more. And if you don't know how to use an abacus, today's lesson I am sure you are going to learn. So first of all, an abacus has place values written on it, and it has beads on it, and each bead represents something. I am going to explain what it represents. First of all, we have a small u here, which means it's the units place. So each bead on the units place is 1 unit. Like that, next we have tens place. In tens place also we have beads, and each bead represents 1 ten. Similar to that, in hundreds also, each bead represents a 100, and in thousands place also, each bead represents 1000. So, how do we use an abacus to solve a subtraction question? Let's start by a small number. Here I am writing a small 2-digit subtraction number, which is 98 minus 11. How are you going to solve it using an abacus? For this, it would be easier for you if you draw a place value grid first. Like I have explained in the previous lesson, you can draw a square box, and we have 2-digit number, so you can divide the square into 2 parts and draw 2 straight lines. Then we have to label the place values. So this is the units and this is the tens. Okay. So now we have a place value grid. Next we are going to arrange the numbers on it. First of all, we have 98, which means we have to write 98 in the place value grid. We have to know which is the unit and which is the tens in number 98. So 8 would be the units, and the tens would be 9. Excellent. I think you remember the lesson. Next, it's very important to write the subtraction sign. Then we write 11. 1 in the units and 1 in the tens. We are going to solve this question using the abacus. For this we need units and tens place value. We have to make 8 from the units place on the abacus. I told you that each bead represents 1 unit. So how many beads do we have to take to get 8? Yes, we have to take 8 beads. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So we bring forward 8 beads, which means it is having 8 units. Similar to that, in tens place we have 9. So we need 9 tens, which means we have to take 9 beads in front of the abacus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now we have made 98 on the abacus. Next we have to subtract 11 from it, which means we have to take away beads according to the number given. In units place, we have to take away 1 from 8, which means you have to subtract 1 from 8. So we will take 1 bead behind the abacus. So what is left is the answer. So let's count and see how many beads are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 beads left. So 8 minus 1 is 7. Next is tens. In tens also we have to take away 1 tens, which means 1 bead should be going behind us. We are taking away 1 bead. So let's take 1 bead away and count how many beads are remaining in front of us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 beads. So the answer is 8. So 98 minus 11 is 87. Simple, right? An abacus is a very easy thing to use if you understand it. Now let's do a 3-digit number question using it. First of all, I am going to write the numbers. We have 498 subtracted by 253. So this is our question. First, we are going to find units, tens and hundreds place in the number to make it easier for us to find the answer. We can just simply draw lines here, and on top we can write the place value. So this will be units, very good, and this will be tens. What do you think this place value will be? Yes, it's hundreds. So we write an H here. So on the abacus, which place value will we make first? Yes, it's units. On units place we have 8. So we have to take how many beads forward? Yes, we have to take 8 beads forward. So count and take 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now 8 beads are in front of us. Next is, in tens place we have 9 tens. So we have to take 9 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So now we have made units and tens. Next we have hundreds. So how many hundreds do we have? Yes, we have 4 hundreds. So each bead on hundreds place value is also a 100. So we will take 4 beads to make 400. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now we have made 498 on the abacus. Next we have to subtract 253, which means we have to take away a few numbers and see what the answer is. So first of all, in units place we have 8 minus 3, which means we have to take away 3 from 8. So we have to take 3 beads. 1, 2 and 3. So what is remaining? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is the answer. 8 minus 3 is 5. In tens column, how many numbers do we have to take away? Yes, it is 5. So we will take 5 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. How many beads are remaining on the tens place? Yes, it is 4. So we write 4 in the tens column. Similar to that, in 100 also we have to subtract 2 from 4. So we will take 2 beads and see what's remaining. Remaining is also 2. So we write 2 in the hundreds part. So the answer of 498 minus 253 is 245. So now I hope you all know how to use an abacus when solving 3-digit subtraction questions. Now there are many more other methods you can learn to do this type of numbers. Now I am going to show you a small video. From the video you will learn many new ways to subtract 3-digit numbers. So after watching the video we will come back.
Gabriel, you're not sick, are you? Are you here to see the nurse? She just stepped out, but I can help. What's the matter? Is it serious?
No, just a little embarrassing.
I'm gonna be a doctor. There's nothing you can't tell me.
Well, I was practicing my debate speech, and I guess I got a little excited.
What happened?
I fell off the stage and skinned my knee.
Boy, preparing to be President of the United States is dangerous. But don't worry, because I'll have you fixed up in no time. Sit. Okay, I'm gonna make sure the wound is clean now. Dry it up with a gauze pad, pop on a bandage, and voila! All done. Now your body will repair itself within a few days.
Boy, you are good.
Thanks, Gabriel. Now, I just had to make a note of what I used. I'm helping the nurse keep track of how many cleaning wipes, gauze pads, and bandages are in the drawers. Wanna help?
Sure.
These are the cleaning wipes. The nurse started with 659 of them in the drawer and has used 238. If we subtract, we'll know how many are in the drawer now.
Oh, I get it.
Let's expand the numbers to help us subtract. We do that by breaking them up into hundreds, tens, and ones. 659 expands to 600 plus 50 plus 9.
And 238 expands to 200 plus 30 plus 8.
Now, let's subtract them. First, we subtract the ones. 9 ones minus 8 ones is...
1 1.
Now the tens place.
5 tens minus 3 tens is 2 tens. That's 20.
Rightio! And 6 hundreds minus 2 hundreds is 4 hundreds. Put it all together and we have...
400 plus 20 plus 1.
Which is the same as...
421.
Now, let's do the gauze pads.
Okay, but I know a different strategy. It's called the grid method.
Oh, I know that one too. Here, you can use this. The nurse started with 725 gauze pads, and she used 302.
So, if we subtract 302 from 725, we'll know how many are in the drawer. In the top row, we need a 7 in the hundreds place, a 2 in the tens place, and a 5 in the ones place.
Right! Now we need to subtract 302 from that. So in the row below, we need a 3 in the hundred place, a 0 in the tens place, and a 2 in the ones place.
Now let's subtract. Start with the ones. 5 ones take away 2 ones leaves 3 ones.
Now the tens. Take away 0 tens from 2 tens, and we still have 2 tens.
And 7 hundreds take away 3 hundreds leaves 4 hundreds. So, our answer is 4 hundreds, 2 tens, and 3 ones.
So there's 423 gauze pads left. Good work, Gabriel. And speaking of work, isn't it time you got back to it?
Yep. Thanks, Dr. Deb.
Maybe take an extra one, just in case.
I'm just rehearsing my speech. What could possibly happen?
Whoa!
Yep, maybe that's a good idea.
From the video, it showed 2 other ways that we can subtract 3-digit numbers. I hope you learned a new method from the video. And also, you can use this method to find the answer of subtraction questions. Now I am going to give you a small homework. In your math big book, you have page number 27. On page number 27, you have simple subtraction questions to do. It has 2-digit subtraction questions and 3-digit subtraction questions. You can use the abacus method or the methods you learned in the video to solve the questions. Now, before we end the lesson, I want to check whether you have understood our topic today. Get a pencil and a notebook and we will try to solve a simple 3-digit subtraction question using any one method we have learned from today. Now I am going to give you a small subtraction question to solve. Here is the question. 863 minus 521. Now try to solve this 3-digit subtraction question using any one method we have learned today. I will give you 1 minute to complete it. You can remember what we have learned from today. You can use place values, you can expand, or you can use grids. And think carefully before you write the answers. Okay. Now I hope you have found your answer. Let's check whether your answer is correct. To find the answer of this question, I am going to use one of my favorite methods. Now for this we need a box. Since we have a 3-digit number, we will divide it into 3 parts. And we will draw a straight line on top. And we will label it units, tens and hundreds. We are going to draw circles inside the columns of the place values. First of all, in units we have 3. So I will draw 3 circles in units place. Next, we have 6 tens, which means in tens column we have to draw 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now left is the 100. We have 8 hundreds. So we draw 8 circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay. Now we have made 863 using circles and a place value table. Next we have to subtract 521 from 863. For that, first we will look what we have to subtract from units column. We have to take away one number from 3, which means we have 3 circles here. We will cut 1 from it. Next, in tens place, we have to take away 2 from 6, which means you have to cut how many circles? Yes, it is 2. 1, 2. Next is 100. In hundreds, we have to subtract 5, which means we have to cut out 5 circles. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Next, what's remaining would be your answer. For that we will count each place value to find what we have not cut, and that would be the answers of each place value. In units, we cut 1 and what is left is 2. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Next we have 6 minus 2. We had 6 circles, we cut off 2 circles and the remaining are 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 6 minus 2 is 4. Next is 8 minus 5. We cut 5 circles from hundreds place and what remained is 3. So 3 hundreds. Our final answer is 342. So if you got 342 as your answer, then you are absolutely correct. Before we end our lesson, let's recall how many methods you have learned to subtract 3-digit number from 3 digits numbers. First of all, we used an abacus. An abacus we used to solve it, and next we learned to subtract by expanding the number. Next, we learned it from using place value grids. and the fourth method was drawing circles. So I hope now you have got many ideas on how to solve a 3-digit number question. And I hope you all have achieved our success criteria for today. So this is the end of our lesson, and I hope to meet you all again soon. Until then, take care and be safe.